I'm from the last block of the city, for real. I used to walk down this whole block just bored as hell, like bored as fuck, on hot-ass days like this. What the fuck did we do to deserve this weather? When I was living in New York, I just felt like I was just alone. That's all I could rap about. That's all I could think about.
I want you to close your eyes and imagine this. Imagine you're a 16-year-old, you live in Chicago, one of America's most beautiful cities. The year is 2013. Chicago is running rampant with gang violence. It's one of the most dangerous cities in America and is currently producing some of the most biggest rap stars on the planet. We had names like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Lil Herb, and amongst many more. The entire music industry is watching Chicago right now. And if you're a young rapper trying to make it, there's an unspoken rule. Sound like everybody else. Make that same drill music. But there was one individual that didn't. He stood out. He did his own thing. And he went by the name of Lucki X, better known as Lucki.
Like, I'm the king of the underground for sure.
Instead of making music that sounded aggressive, very hard-hitting, very gang-related, very street-oriented, Lucki didn't do none of it. Lucki sounded tired, fed up with life. And it wasn't a bad tired either. It was one of those tires like, I'm doing the right thing, I'm trying, I'm staying out the way, and I just keep getting the bad end of the stick. The kind of tired that comes from carrying thoughts you don't know how to explain. I'm pretty sure we all been there. His delivery sounded almost emotionless, and his lyrics weren't about looking invincible, like many others that were coming up in the Chicago drill scene at the time. But Lucki took a different approach. He was admitting that he was human. He was admitting that he had emotions. And a lot of people at that time didn't understand it, because at that time it was cool to be gangster. It was cool to be nonchalant. It was not cool to show your emotions. And like I said, most people didn't understand it, but a few people did. And those few people became obsessed, like me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you. That's why you are here watching this video.
I'm not trying to just say this thing. I really want y'all make music for me. Like, I know I'm a like hard on my sleep type person, but I don't really care about that because I really make music for me, gang. Like, I don't really care about that shit. Like that shit, how this shit gonna be, gang. Like I learned that shit. Like the more, bro, like you can't get no more famous. Like say if it was like, say if you were a certain level and you got like five people that hate you. You get to another level, you're gonna have like 20 people that hate you. You get to another level, like that shit just come with that shit, man.
Like, in 2013, Lucki released his debut project, Alternative Trap. Looking back now, that title feels almost like a gateway to the future, and in a way, that's exactly how I look at it, because that's exactly what it was, an alternative, a glitch in the system, something that wasn't supposed to work. The project started attracting attention online. Music blogs loved it, underground fans loved it, but even though everybody loved the project, all his peers, everyone in the underground rap scene, there was one problem. Respect doesn't always equal success. Lucki was becoming known, but he wasn't becoming famous, and I don't think that's what he wanted. Over the next several years, in the mid-2010s, Lucki kept releasing music, and the music just kept getting better, project after project, song after song. Yet somehow he remained trapped in the same position. Too respected to be ignored, too underground to make it to the mainstream. Meanwhile, life was still happening. The subject matters that appeared in Lucki's music weren't storylines. They were all real: addiction, depression, isolation, things that we all deal with. The darker his life became, the darker the music became. And ironically, that's when fans connected with him most, because Lucki wasn't pretending, and you can feel that through the music. He wasn't creating a version of himself, he was documenting himself. Listening to old Lucki almost feel uncomfortable at times for me, because a lot of the stuff that he was going through when it came to heartbreak, things like that, it resonated with me very, very much so. And then there was a great shift, I would say around 2017, 2018. It was a new wave of rappers coming in that started exploding. Rappers like Lil Peep, XXX Tentacion, Juice WRLD, and many others. Suddenly everybody was making atmospheric beats. Suddenly it was cool to be vulnerable. Suddenly sounding detached and emotionally exhausted wasn't considered weird anymore. That sound that made Lucki weird and stand out in 2013 was everywhere now. And that's when people started to realize something. A lot of these artists weren't inventing anything new, whether they knew it or not. They were walking down this same path that Lucki walked years earlier. That same rapper who seemed left behind in 2013 because he wasn't making similar music to all the biggest names at the time was secretly ahead of everybody. And the crazy thing about Lucki's career is it was never a giant, like, viral story or overnight success. Nothing dramatic about it. Instead, it felt like it was some trickling water into a glass, and that glass just eventually overfilled. Year after year, fan after fan, until one day people looked around and realized something. Lucki wasn't underground anymore. The underground had become mainstream, and Lucki came with it. And I want you guys to go look at any recent flyer from any big music festival. Of course, the headliners are your huge mainstream artists, but if you look under those bigger artists, you have so many underground artists with cult-like fan bases. And if you see those venues, those kids are rocking. And if you ask me or many others, he's probably one of the most influential artists of his generation. And I don't think that was by design. I just think that came with authenticity. There's a weird thing that happens in music. Sometimes an artist becomes famous because they're simply better than everybody else. Or sometimes they were just in the right place at the right time. And then you have Lucki, a rapper who spent nearly a decade feeling like he was standing outside the party, looking through the window. Everybody respected him, but nobody seemed to invite him. At least that's how it looked. Because while the mainstream was busy chasing trends, Lucki was quietly creating sounds that wouldn't become popular until years later. And by the time everybody realized what he had built, it was already too late. The underground had already crowned him king. And with all that being said, I want to leave you guys with this. Always stay true to yourself. Always stay consistent. Always stay determined. Never lose sight of who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. This is your story, and don't let no one else write it. And I just want to thank you guys, whoever made it this far in the video. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Don't be followers. For real, don't be followers. And with the way the world's set up, it's kind of crazy right now, but we got this shit in our palm, literally. We can do whatever we want. It's opportunities for everybody to do whatever. For real.
I know some of us be from environments where you can't really be yourself, but in the long run, it's gonna turn out, I swear to God, like when you look back and you see your pictures, like you was yourself and everybody else was like being each other, like you gonna really appreciate that, kids. I swear to God. I swear to God. That's one thing about this shit. Stay yourself. Stay out of trouble, trust me. Stay off drugs. Stay away from ridiculously pretty girls.